guys, welcome back to Soul Sessions. You have made it with me to episode 4 of my Herbal Tea series. This is the last episode. Yes, this is the 4th episode, and if you have not seen my previous episodes 1, 2, and 3 for this Herbal Tea recipe series, go check those out right now. I will leave them linked in my description box, so if it's easier that way for you to find them, click below and read all my description. You'll see the links to those videos. If you've made it with me this far and you've watched my videos but you're not yet subscribed, click that red button below right now. Subscribe and join the Soul Sessions tribe. And this channel is all about a soulful experience. So welcome in. As you saw by the title of this video, this is going to be focused on sexual health. And I always say in my videos for Herbal Tea, I am focused on these specific things: sex drive, stamina, and women's vaginal health and all of that. But these herbs and all that I'm using goes way beyond just that. Like, they help with so many other things than that, but they do help specifically with this too. I just encourage you all to read my description box below always. So if you miss what I'm saying in the video and it's just like certain things you missed, or you can't retain all the information, like the benefits of all the herbs, I like to list all of that in my description box below. So make sure you check that out. But you guys, before I make this recipe, before we do this recipe together, I'm missing 2 things for the recipe that I have to go shop for. So I'm gonna do things a little differently today. You're gonna go shopping with me. I'm gonna take you to the store. I'm gonna show you where I get these things. I'm gonna show you what they are, and then we're gonna bring it home and we're gonna make this recipe together. So let's go shopping. That exact store where you are, but you can usually find those and that brand at like Whole Foods or Mom's Organic Market or any one of those like natural grocery organic food stores near you. But check it out, or you can order it online. That's the brand we always get, and it's simply because it works. So I always get that one again and again. And the cool thing is about the ashwagandha is alcohol free, and the slippery elm in the same brand is low alcohol, whereas some that you might find that has alcohol in it, I just find that it's great to be alcohol free if you can. And then the ashwagandha in this brand is gluten free as well, so that's a plus. Yeah, so let's go back home and start this recipe. And as you saw earlier, I have my ashwagandha and my slippery elm that are in little dropper bottles. It is in liquid form, and you do want to shake them up before you use them, but they come out like this. All right, so we got those 2, and I'll show you how to use those in a second. I have rosemary that I use, as you guys know, in almost all my recipes. There's so many benefits to this herb, and it's my favorite. All right, so we have rosemary, we have turmeric, of course, another one that I use in all my recipes. I have this filled now with my horny goat weed. Yes, you heard that right. It's called horny goat weed. It is a Chinese herb. So this is pretty potent. This is really a strong, powerful herb. So the reason why I chose all of these are like natural aphrodisiacs. These are all sexually stimulating. These help with your sex drive, so libido, if you have low libido. For men, this is great for men. Some of these, and I'll go over this, some of these are great for erectile dysfunction. It helps with testosterone levels in men. It helps with natural lubrication. Like, these are just all over very good for sexual health. I actually won't be adding these 2 until the end. So I'm gonna put the dry herbs in my disposable tea bag and then add these from the dropper, because they're liquid, I'm gonna add them into the hot water as this is steeping for about 30 minutes. So for turmeric, the reason why I picked this is because of all the benefits. It's great to get that in my system, but this actually is just an aphrodisiac in itself, turmeric. It's sexually stimulating and it helps with hormones. So if your hormones are out of balance, it could be from stress, it could be from diet, or just things you're eating or things you're going through in general. Your hormones might be off, you could be taking medication. There's so many reasons why hormones may be out of balance, but this helps with that, which actually helps with stamina and sex drive and sexual health. So I'm just doing about a spoonful and a half of that. You do your research on turmeric, of course, you'll see it originated in like Southeast Asia and India. And it's been used in so many different forms of Kama Sutra. It's been used as tonics for women and men, just all over, great for sexual health. It's intoxicating, to put it simply. So we have some turmeric in here. Next is my rosemary. And rosemary, I picked this specifically because of the aroma that rosemary gives off. If you do your research, what I found is, which actually was, maybe it's the reason why I'm so in love with rosemary, the aroma of rosemary itself makes me feel so amazing. But from my research, it showed that it's very intoxicating and it basically invokes sexual pleasure. So for men and women, this is definitely a very stimulating herb to use, but it really helps with, it actually has iron, calcium, and B6 in it, believe it or not. So you get your iron, your calcium, vitamin B6, and iron is actually amazing for sexual health if you look into that more. So the aroma of rosemary, I love, and it's great for womb wellness in women. I do about 3 spoonfuls of this, and the spoon is so small, you guys, so you don't need much, and I'm just however much I need to fill up my own personal tea bag. So that's amazing for overall sexual health for men and women. Next, we are using my Horny goat weed, and the name is just funny in itself, and it just explains itself. So this is, I told you guys, this is a very, very powerful, potent herb. From all the research I've done, you can say it's like a natural alternative to Viagra. And I'm just gonna do about that much. Basically 2 spoonfuls is all I want. It's very potent. So horny goat weed is a natural Viagra. It increases libido, so sex drive again. It helps with, especially for men, if you, for anybody with like, or dealing with, or knows somebody, or needs help with erectile dysfunction, it's great for that. And then also it's a natural aphrodisiac, and it helps with hormonal balance. It overall, like, it stimulates everything. So be careful not to use too much. That's all I'm gonna use for this mix. Sometimes you and your partner are not always on the same page. Let's just be honest, that's just how it goes sometimes. Like, you're not always gonna be horny at the same time. You're not always gonna be on the same level at the same time all the time. I made this tea for that reason. I was like, okay, we need to both, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's time. So I made this tea, we're drinking it, and literally, I promise you guys, 0 to 100. So I'm just saying from experience, we have done this recipe and we have used these things and they do work. And for both of us, it was pretty amazing. We were both very much so stimulated. This is such an easy recipe for you guys to get back, to be in sync. This recipe is amazing. It's amazing for like women's health. If you're a woman watching this video and you deal with vaginal dryness, or you deal with hormone imbalance, or you deal with low libido, I mean, like, so many things like that everybody deal with from time to time. This is a great natural way to help with that, and it really does help. Let me talk to you a little bit more about the slippery elm and the ashwagandha. Slippery elm, you guys. It's really, like I said, it's great for vaginal dryness and any vaginal infections. So ladies, if you deal with yeast infections or anything else going on down there, that you're a little off, your pH is off, anything like that, slippery elm is great to use. Ashwagandha specifically for the sexual health recipe. It's great to boost testosterone in men. It gives better sperm quality for men. It increases fertility. So like for men that are dealing with reproductive issues, low sperm and stuff like that, low testosterone, it helps with that. Also, it increases your libido. So it's just very stimulating, and sex drive and stamina, all of that for men and women, it's amazing for. All right, you guys, slippery elm, I'm gonna show you how to use these. And on the back, it'll show you suggested use right here. Take 28 to 56 drops 3 times a day in a small amount of water. So, you know, here on Soul Sessions, I kind of do what I want. So I don't take too much, but I'll start with a little less than half of a dropper full, because that's all I can get. I don't know why. Let's just say it was a half a dropper full. And ashwagandha, let's see what it says on the back of that. Take the same amount 3 times a day. So remember, I say shake this up before you use them. And you just drop it on in. I'm just gonna let this steep for about 30 minutes and let all the herbs get in the hot water. And then I'll get back to you guys and we'll drink some tea together. Cheers. So good. All right, my beautiful souls, that is it for this last episode of my herbal tea series. I really hope you guys enjoyed this first series I did, this mini series I did for you guys. There is more on the way, so stay tuned here on Soul Sessions. Definitely message me on Instagram if there's certain recipes you want me to do for you, and those videos will be on my next series, okay? I love you, and until next time, stay well.